Have you ever felt like your world, your reality, is just a little small? Well, today we're going to dive into a really profound Buddhist text, the Avatamsaka Sutra. But don't worry, we're not just looking at ancient philosophy. We're actually digging into its opening chapter, which is basically a blueprint for completely expanding the world you experience every single day. So let's start with a feeling I think we all know. That feeling of being stuck, right? Why does it feel like we're just hitting the same walls over and over again? We try to change things, our jobs, our relationships, our habits, but somehow that feeling of being boxed in, of being stuck in this small, kind of frustrating world, it just keeps coming back. Now, what if the problem isn't the stuff in your life, but the very framework you use to see it all? The Avatamsaka Sutra proposes something pretty radical, that we can upgrade our fundamental operating system, and by doing that, we change the entire world we experience. The way this first chapter kicks off is totally unique. See, it doesn't describe a person trying to achieve enlightenment. It describes what the universe actually looks like from that state of mind. You can think of it like a computer's boot screen. That moment you turn it on, and the entire potential of the system is just, bam, revealed all at once. That's the vision this chapter offers us. So this is the huge shift in thinking we're talking about. Our common view sees a world out there, completely separate from us. We're here, the world is there. But the Avatamsaka view flips this entirely. It suggests the world is the structure of your mind, just made visible. The qualities of your own awareness, whether it's clear and vast or confused and narrow, literally determine the world you get to live in. Now, before we can even build this new reality, the sutra has to clear the ground a bit. It starts by just tossing out some old ideas. It says, look, enlightenment isn't a destination you travel to. The world isn't some pre-existing thing that a Buddha just shines a light on. And it's definitely not about slowly, inch by inch, getting closer to some far-off goal. No, it's a total, instantaneous unfolding of what's already here. Okay, now we get to the really good stuff. The sutra gives us a few, hardcore sentences that are like the source code for this new operating system. Let's look at them together, because they're specifically designed to completely shatter our ordinary way of seeing reality. First step is this one. Within a single thought, the entire Dharma realm is completely contained. Now hold on, this isn't just saying you can think about the universe. It's saying something way, way more radical than that. So let's be super clear here. The Dharma realm isn't outer space or some other dimension. It's the entire structure of how we know things and how we exist. So what does that mean for us? It means that our spiritual practice isn't about fixing the external world. It's about recalibrating the structure of this very thought, right here, right now. Okay, the next idea, this one just completely demolishes our concepts of size and scale. It says, every single pore can contain all worlds without obstruction. I mean, how do we even begin to wrap our heads around that? For our ordinary mind, it's a total paradox. A tiny pore and a vast universe are complete opposites. They can't possibly be in the same space. But from the perspective of this enlightened awareness, concepts like big and small are just mental boxes we've created. In this view, the smallest thing and the biggest thing are seamlessly one. So first it went after our idea of size, and now it's taking on our whole concept of location. This next statement challenges our most basic sense of being a body in a specific place. It says, the body pervades the 10 directions without coming or going. This totally changes how we see ourselves, right? It's suggesting our true nature isn't limited to this physical body. It's actually already everywhere. The part of us that feels separate is just one single expression of that. And this is why chasing those spiritual peak experiences can be so exhausting. The real work is to just rest in the awareness that is already present everywhere. And finally, let's talk about time. We experience time as a straight line, right? The past is gone, the future isn't here yet. Well, the sutra presents a radically different model. So what this is saying is that past, present, and future aren't separate points on a line. They are all here, right now, resonating together in this single moment of awareness. And this explains something really profound. Why a single moment of genuine awakening can actually transform the karma of countless past lifetimes. Because in that one moment, all of time is accessible. Okay, so this is all fascinating, kind of blows your mind, right? But the real question is, how do we use this stuff? How does this ancient text guide our lives today in the real world? Let's get practical. All right, let's walk through these 5 simple guides. First, calibrate your view. Before you try to fix your life, just adjust how you see it. Ask yourself, am I seeing the world as me versus it? Second, expand around emotions. Instead of fighting that feeling of anger, expand your awareness to just hold it. Third, practice within your role. Find awakening right inside your life, not by trying to escape it. Fourth, do a daily worldview check. Just ask yourself, where did I make my world small today? And finally, number 5, seek stability, not highs. Value that steady, balanced awareness, not just chasing fleeting emotional peaks. And listen, this point is probably the most important one for most of us. This wisdom isn't about becoming a monk or retreating from the world. The sutra is really clear that enlightenment happens right here, in your role as a parent, as an employee, as a friend. Your daily life is not an obstacle to awakening. It is the exact place where the vastness of this Dharma realm reveals itself. So, to tie this all up and turn it from just a cool idea into something real, something you can actually use every single day, the sutra gives us one simple, incredibly powerful question to use as a kind of daily compass. The question is this: in this present moment, am I making my world smaller, or am I allowing the Dharma realm to unfold? Am I contracting around my problems, my fears, my opinions, and shrinking my world? Or am I opening up, allowing the vast, interconnected reality, the Dharma realm, to just naturally unfold? You know, asking this just once a day can be a constant reorientation, a way to live in a bigger, freer, and way more magnificent reality. Thanks for joining this explainer.